going, pros? My name is D4rkSlay3rGaming Gaming, and welcome to Fridays with D4rkSlay3r Gaming episode 114. Dito sa episode, i-share ko sa inyo yung bagong episode nila dun sa show. At ang pangalan ng tong show na to is The Amazing Digital Circus. Last year, pinag-usapan ko na ito which is dun sa previous episode ng TADC. Bago muna ako magsimula, spoilers pala dyan, mag-subscribe na kayo kung bago lang kayo dito. Gangle, Kinger, Jax, Pamni, and Rakata return to the circus after an underwater adventure, while Zopal is on the couch reading a magazine. With Gangle putting back on her broken happy mask, Pamni falls to the ground, making Rakata assure her she's sure the next adventure will be less wet, and Kinger asks the ragdoll for help counting eggs before they hatch. Pavni notices an NPC in the distance. As things calm down, Kane approaches Zubul thinking of ideas for new adventures. Zubul remarks sarcastically about the last adventure success, which makes Kane angry but then snap into saying criticism is greatly appreciated. First, they are sent to one of Jack's adventures, Poacher's Paradise, where Jax is of course a poacher and introduces the hypothetical audience to an episode of Poach Everything, hunting the critically endangered red ribbon's rhinoceros, which is Gangle in a rhinoceros shape. He shoots her, dismantling her ribbons and making nice shot appear on the screen. Jax chews on the ribbons aggressively, enjoying how tasty it is. Zubul, now a flamingo, finds annoyance in the and calls a vote to skip. Everyone agrees and also instates the rule of Jax being vegan for the rest of the day. The now vegan comments on the democracy, sucking before they are sent to Jack's other adventure, President Pomni. Pomni questions her leading role which was given to her on Jack's request. After Zobel once again gets annoyed, they and Ragata are Pomni's guards, while Kinger shows the president new developments of the Australia and New Zealand war. He asks her on the topic of refugees, prompting a confused response. After Ragata's reassurance, Kinger pulls Pomni aside to show that they all got briefs on their characters, him being her assistant. Jax then yells that he didn't give Pomni a brief because he thought seeing what she would do would be fun, said Jax. Later, comes in the door, breaking past Zobo as an Australian extremist with a spider spreading bomb he plans to detonate. Seeing Kinger and Pomni peek from under the desk, he asks if this is a bad time to the camera, prompting canned laughter. Kane comments on his phenomenal acting and unbelievable veganism while watching all of this with Bubble. The panicking jester is deactivating the bomb by trying to cut wires with the normal reassurance from Ragata and mocking from Jax, who reveals centipedes are in the bomb too. She asks which wire she should cut, getting bad suggestions all around. During this, Gangle comes in with a bomb strapped to her chest as a New Zealand extremist who doesn't know what New Zealanders threaten people with. Her bomb blows up, prompting an intermission. Bubble flies in front of the camera and makes a distorted noise before leaving, introducing an anime school slice of life intro with the six circus members. Jax immediately complains, getting Ragata to tell him to give it a chance, while Zobel is at least relieved they have an adventure by someone else, reassuring Gangles there's nothing wrong with her suggestion. Gangle gets flustered that Zobel figured out she just suggested it. Though this gossip friend snaps back by commenting that he threw her out of the moving truck, Kinger as the teacher introduces English in Japanese. Jax wants to vote to skip the adventure being shut down immediately until the reminds Gangle of something she did with an anime figure, then making her agree that they can skip from embarrassment. They are then taken to the circus grounds at night stargazing. Pomni is relieved they can finally relax, with Jax preferring some steaks. Kinger, Sobel, and Gangle are enjoying a picnic, inspiring Jax to ask Pomni if she thinks Gangle is capable of being happy due to her comedy mask breaking every day. This perplexes Pomni until Ragata comes over to point out Jack's mean nature. While he makes his classic response, Pomni is surprised that he actually cares about what Gangle likes. He looks empathetic but quickly brushes it off. She questions his friend quantity, Ragata whispering to her, "Not anymore." This strikes something in Jax, making him look back at her lividly. She tries to apologize in a panic state, but gives up on the awkward situations and goes to Kinger. Pomni, now a third wheel, questions the situation. Jax is quick to dismiss it and somewhat sullenly for him as if Ragata gets on her nerves sometimes, as she tries way too hard to be nice and optimistic to everyone despite their situation. He takes all of this behavior as her trying to take advantage of them. After pausing for some self-reflection, he jumps right back to being snarky, calling her dumb and weird. Pomni thinks the weirdness applies to everyone, though he disagrees, calling his appearance, especially his ears and tail, peak male performance. His chatting partner comments he doesn't have a tail, leading to him realizing the same of his tail being missing since at least Pomni got here. Their next suggestions adventure is set in a bar with Sobel as the bartender. Jax requests a whiskey sour walking in, having to hold the egg white due to his veganism. Jax is annoyed, asking how it's even possible because he thought Kane couldn't before cutting himself off. Zubo attends to his order, commenting they could have made it way worse for him, making him want to turn them into a slug via a vote, though being rejected by everyone. Kane, suddenly at the bar, announces the rejection, tiring Jack's patient as he gets his drink. Ragata and Kinger make it into the bar, announcing their orders of a cosmopolitan and a corn cup blitz respectively. Pomni compliments Sobel's alcohol knowledge, revealing it was their suggestions as one of their previous jobs was at a bar, and they enjoyed it. Jax comments it's fitting for them, but Sobel can't be asked to be figure out the implication. He shifts to asking Pomni if she was old enough to have any jobs. Being 25, she obviously did. Being a supermarket chain accountant, due to the tameness of this job, she often got bored of it and seek out mild thrills like exploring abandoned buildings and posting about it. Despite getting no views, she didn't mind this though, as it was for her. Zobel relates to thrill seeking but didn't record it, offering Ragata her drink. Jax makes fun of Zobel for hiding something, making Zobel question his backstory, only for his was quickly shut down by Zobel as they knew what Jack's fake story was referencing. They are sent to a softball stadium with Kane and Bubble as the commentators in the adventure Good Old Fashioned Softball. The circus cast is the Big Tops playing against the evil Big Tops, who are color and personality changes of the cast except Gangle, who is replaced with a recolored orbsman. They all introduce themselves as Ragata is confused at this being in her suggestion, and Gangle not even having an evil clone. Kane introduces as a special guest to sing the American Nation anthem. The guest turns out to disappearing guy who disappears at the second note, receiving applause anyways, majority from a large centipede which scares Ragata. Kinger tries to motivate the team as team captain despite not knowing what, who, when, or why is going on. He knows where is going on the field, wanting them to break some tailbones. Evil Jax comes to shyly wish them all of a fun game. Jax already wants to kill him. Ragata is up to bat first, being laughed at by her evil self. Basobol serves the ball which Ragata hits right into Evil Pomni's hands, proclaiming her out, causing Ragata to throw her hat at the ground annoyed. All the members come back through the portal into the circus tent, as Kane hopes they learn that his adventures are better than the suggestion box ideas. Zubul and Pomni agree that some adventures were okay, and Jax like his ones. He tells Pomni he can show her something he was talking about in the hall, to which she agrees, making them walk off one way, and Zubul, Kinger, and Gangle walk off the other. Ragata is left alone and solemnly walks her own way. Secretly, a strange Panikin was watching everything from behind a wall, walking away shortly after. Sana na-enjoy nyo yung Friday's episode. Make sure na mag-like, subscribe, and don't forget to like and follow my Facebook page. At saka, please, huwag po tayo mag-spam ng like sa YouTube. Unless napanoodin mo na bago kayo mag-like. Pwede naman mag-skip timeline instead. Then, continue. Sana nakakatindi. At may announce pala ako sa next Friday na sasagutin ko yung tanong na di ko natuloy last time. So, yun lang bros, and stay awesome.